My heart is broken. I was speechless. My heart is broken. Police is taking risks for me. I don't know how to say, but I need justice to be done for Chris. This is very racist. It's not good. I need the justice to be done, the criminal justice to be done.
We are shocked to see that in this century, from specialists of the law like police can shortcut someone's life, especially a young boy. And from all the questions we have, why this, why that, no one can give any justification on what the police act. For us is totally racist.
Has said everything that needs to be said, but I just want to say this. I'm here to show my support for Chris KABA's parents and family. I just do not know how I would feel if it was my son killed in cold blood on one foot. And let us remember, this is not the only black man dumped down by the Metropolitan No justice! No justice! No racist! No racist! No justice! No justice! No racist! No racist! If we don't get no justice, you don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice, you don't get no peace!
Let's think about what we're saying when we say that. Because I don't want us to get demonized out here. When we say no justice, no peace, we mean we can't be in peace while you're killing our people. We mean we can't have no peace in our families, in our communities, in our lives, when you're murdering our people.
No, we can't.
No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! If we don't get no justice! If we don't get no justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice!
No justice,
No peace!
no justice,
No peace!
no justice.
No peace!
We will not be silent. Repeat after me. We will not be silent.
We will not be silent!
We will not be silent.
We will not be silent!
We will not be silent.
We will not be silent!
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough!
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 No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
it's like
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
Who are the murderers? Who are the murderers? No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
Who are the murderers?
Police are the murderers.
Who are the murderers?
Police are the murderers.
Justice!
No peace. No peace.
All of
outside.
You want to know what we're doing here
Move
today?
outside. Yeah, don't come inside. Okay, shut up.
Another one. So if you're not looking, that's why we're here. Because they killed him. His family's here. We're grieving. This is a collective trauma and grief. You need to understand, policing in this country doesn't work. Because we keep getting killed. Tell me how that keeps happening. Tell me how that keeps happening. I'll tell you, because policing is an inherently racist and violent institution. So as long as they have the money, as long as they have the powers, as long as they have the resources, black people are going to keep getting killed. That's what's going to happen. It's been happening for decades, and it's going to keep happening until we change this system. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! If we ain't getting no justice, I said if we ain't getting no justice, that's right, if we ain't getting no justice, I said if we ain't getting no justice, hear this, no justice, no justice, no racist, no murder, I said no justice, no justice, no racist, no murder. I said, if we ain't getting no justice, that's right, if we ain't getting no justice, I said, if we ain't getting no justice, that's right, if we ain't getting no justice, no justice, no justice, no racist, no racist, I said no justice. No justice, no racist, no racist. I said now whose lives matter? Let me hear you, whose lives matter? I said now whose lives matter? Let me hear you, whose lives matter? No justice, no justice, no racist, no racist. I said no justice. No justice.
Give us space, give us space, oh.
No
give us space, oh. Give us space, give us space, give us space, give us space. Space,
If we ain't getting no justice,
space.
that's right. If we ain't getting no justice,
Space, man.
I said if we ain't getting no justice, that's right. If we ain't getting no justice, okay, no justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. I said no justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. I said if we ain't getting no justice, okay, if we ain't getting no justice, I said now whose lives matter? Let me hear you, whose lives matter? Okay, now whose lives matter? Let me hear you, whose lives matter? Okay, no justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. I said no justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. Okay, now whose lives matter? Let me hear you. Whose lives matter? Okay, now whose lives matter? Let me hear you. Whose lives matter?
Everyone, at this particular moment, we're passing 10 Downing Street. The people that run our country are up on that street. We need them to know the police in this country are killing black people, and they're killing other people too. But right now we're here because they murdered KABA. There's a new Prime Minister. Mr. Prime Minister, the police are killing our people. No justice. No justice. No justice.
Come. Hey, brothers, come. Yo. Mic check. Yeah, you're good, sir.
1, 2.
Come too close. You can go around, but don't come too close inside, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to get the banner. I'm not getting a picture of the family.
No, but it's going to be hard because you can't get in there.
No, I don't want to go
Yeah,
in there.
no worries.
I just want to get the banner. Can you take a photo of the banner? Literally just the banner. The banner.
I want you guys to say his name loud enough, right? Say his name! Say his name!
Chris KABA.
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 No justice! No justice! No justice! When I say Chris, you say KABA! Chris!
KABA.
Chris! Chris! Chris!
People coming back in. Just step outside. Go around. Don't come in. Keep on coming in. You have to go around.
No justice!
Around
No
you.
justice! No justice! No justice!
I don't want to have to keep on touching. I don't want to touch you.
No justice!
No, we really support this.
Yeah, but it don't matter. You have to respect.
We are, I am.
No, you're not. Because they're going around.
Really care, brother.
Keep it around. Yeah, but
I don't know who supports. I can't tell the difference. All right.
yeah. So come out.
Why do black people keep getting killed? Why do black men keep getting shot in this country? Tell us why. Racist and violent. Policing in this country is racist and violent.
Yes.
Racist! Racist! That's all I have to say. They are racist. What's the excuse? When I say Chris, you say KABA. Chris! Chris! When I say Chris, you say KABA. Chris! Chris!
You need to respect
When
the
I say
boundaries.
Chris, you say KABA.
Yeah. No, but he's keeping violent.
We need to get it out of the media. He's got media
No
contact.
justice!
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
No
It doesn't matter.
justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! Who are the murderers?
Police are the murderers.
Who are the murderers? No justice! No justice!
Come on, man, go around.
Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers! Who are the murderers? Police are
Go around.
No justice! No justice! No justice!
Yeah, but-
No
yeah.
justice! No justice!
Yeah. We can't let them get past that line.
When I say Chris, you say KABA. Chris! Chris! When I say Chris, you say KABA. Chris! Chris! When I say Chris, you say KABA. Chris! No justice! No justice! No justice! Who are the murderers? Who are the murderers? Who are the murderers? No justice! No justice! No justice! No racist! No racist! No racist! When I say Chris, you say matters! Chris! 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 What do we want? And when do we want him?
There needs to be no more. It stops today.
Stop, everyone, stop.
It stops today.
I want everyone to just take a minute. We need this family at the front of this march. So can I ask everyone to stand back? This is the line right here. We are everyone else behind our family.
This process has been called by the family. So when you move behind the family.
This is green. Let's go at their pace. Let's go at the pace we belong. We have to walk there real slow. We're going to walk there real slow. No justice. 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 What do we want? Justice. And where do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. Where do we want it? Now. No justice. No justice.
Okay, so we have a steward. Auntie's not well.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. A lot of people are here today because the Queen has died. You know what's normal? Dying on a natural death at 96 years old. Do you know what's not normal? A 24-year-old black man being murdered by the police. That ain't normal. This ain't normal. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Can I justice? No peace.
If we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
I need everyone to make sure the parents and the family are in front of you. If you realize you're not wearing one of the white t-shirts and you're not with the family, please take a step back. Let's get all the families to stand together, please.
Let me tell you why we're here today. On Monday, the 5th of September, the Metropolitan Police Force killed another unarmed black man in this country. Chris KABA was shot and killed. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance. Why? Why does this keep happening? We're marching all the way to Scotland Yard. That's their headquarters. We want answers from the Metropolitan Police. We want to know what they're talking about their day-to-day life and job without killing people. Explain why. Because they're racist and violent. When I say no justice, I want to hear no peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. I want to see every person. I want to see your fist in the air. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. What do we want? Where do we want it? What do we want? Where do we want it? We're gonna walk slowly, real slow. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice.
Yeah, go on.
What do we want?
Yeah, go on.
Where do we want it? What do we want? Where do we want it? No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. No racist. What do we want? Justice. And where do we want it? What do we want? Justice. Where do we want it? No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers. Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers. What do we want? Justice. And when do we want it? What do we want? Justice. And when do we want it? No justice. No peace. No justice. No justice. No peace.
Not with the family.
I know everyone here in Trafalgar Square, you want to get on with your lives, but We can't move on whilst the police keep killing our people.
Stop killing the man then.
We can't move on whilst our family members keep getting killed and brutalised and harmed by this system. What do we want?
Justice.
Where do we want it? No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
No racist.
Police.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
No justice. No justice.
Brother, you said that twice now, fam.
I've already said this.
No, you can't.
Police killed
Yeah,
another.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I got other family, make sure no one goes in front of their
Why
family,
do they
yeah?
have to kill a father?
They got all that
He's a
side.
father.
No, but they haven't. Yeah.
There's a child that will never know her dad. That's because of them. Why do the police keep killing our people? No justice. No justice. No justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers. Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. If you are here to mourn the death of the Queen, an old lady that died peacefully in her sleep, we say it's not normal for the police to kill unarmed black people. Young man, 24 years old, he shouldn't have lost his life. We're mourning, we're grieving that the police keep killing our people. No justice, no peace, no justice, no peace.
If we don't get no justice,
We don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
We don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
who are the murderers?
Oh, sorry, darling. Yeah, I know, but should I get around the outside?
Who are the murderers? Say his name, Chris. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
Chris KABA.
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 Say his name. Chris KABA. Say his name. Chris KABA. Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
No, outside, Joe, outside here. Don't be going in.
You gotta walk outside, bro. Yeah, you gotta walk outside.
Right, guys, thank you for coming. Now, without your support, we wouldn't have got the decision that we got yesterday, which is a huge victory. It's just like the beginning of the race. We're not finished. It's going to be a marathon. It's going to be a long journey. There'll be times where we feel like giving up, but we have to stick together. We can't give up, man. The family has 3 demands. Initially, we had a demand that we wanted a homicide investigation. Now we already got a homicide investigation, thank God. Can I just clap for that? Thank you guys so much. Our 3 demands now is that we want to know if the officer in question has been suspended. Till today, or till now, we don't know if he's been suspended. He could still be on active duty. 2, we want to know the timeline of the investigation. How long is it going to take? We're not waiting years. We're not waiting 2, 3, 4, 5 years for some people to forget. No, we want it now, ASAP, urgently, critically. And finally, we want the family to see footage of them body cams. We want to see exactly what they did to our little cousin, to our son, to our friend, to our brother.
Yeah, you can't get close, yeah?
To respected father.
Okay, I'm saying
So we need to see that. So please, be with us when we fight for these demands, because we're not gonna stop. We need you. And your support has been invaluable. It's been an absolute nightmare. But your comments, your love, your support, your strength has lifted us in ways you'll never understand. And I can't articulate how grateful we are. So RIP Chris. Let's keep going. As I said, it's a marathon, and that could have been any one of us in that car. Do you get it? So thank you.
Give some love to Jefferson! Hi guys, I'm Chris's older cousin. I'm internally grateful for what's going on right now, the support of the community. You guys made this happen. This was so short notice, you made it happen. As a mother myself, you can't imagine what my auntie's going through. That I can't even imagine. I've given life, but life has never been taken from me. He's having a baby, as everyone knows. That child is going to come into the world without a father. We've seen from previous cases, with the Mark Duggan case, Smiley Culture case, they've had children. Hello? Yeah? They've had children that's come into this world and they are anti-establishment because of what's happened to their fathers. My little niece is coming into this world innocent. She don't know the horrors of this world. Now when she comes in, hopefully when she's growing up and she understands what happened to her father, we've had justice at that time. So she can look at the world in a more hopeful way and that her father didn't die in vain. So that's what we're fighting for. That is...
If we don't get no justice,
we don't get no peace.
If we ain't get no justice, say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name. 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 Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
So can I get anyone that wants to join the march? You can join from behind the family. Family, we move. Say his name. 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 We want it. Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers. Who are the murderers? Police are the murderers. Say his name. Chris KABA. Say his name. Chris KABA. Chris KABA! Stop killing the mountain! 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 Stop killing the mountain!
I'm going to ask everyone to stop. Let the family lead the march. If you're here, you're too far forward. Stay behind the banner. Stay behind the banner, please. We're going at the pace of grief. Grief can only move so fast. What do we want?
We want the murderers!
Police are the murderers!
We want the murderers!
Police are the murderers! They want us over there, but we say no. We're standing in front of this building. New Scotland Yard. We're standing in front of this building.
We're taking our space!
What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
What do we want? Justice! We're acting like you keep killing our people. Let's put it in context. 1,883 lives taken following police contact or in police custody since 1990 in England and Wales. 1,883 people since 1990. Too many. Out of those people, there has only ever been one successful criminal prosecution, and it was last year. Only last year. Do you think he got charged with murder? No, it was manslaughter. Why? Why don't we get the same justice? Why don't we get the same justice? Why are our brothers serving prison sentences for joint enterprises for something they didn't do? Collective responsibility. But when it comes to police, not even around. Because what happened to Chris has happened before, and it's going to happen again if we don't make a serious change in this system. As long as the police have the power, the tools, the resources, the money, they're going to keep killing our people because it's an inherently racist and violent institution. Racist and violent. So now, we're going to have a few speakers. We're going to have a few speakers to shed some light on what has happened. The most important voice right now is the voice of this family. Please clap for this family. Here for this family. I would like to introduce one of the family's spokespersons. This is Jefferson. And he's going to share what's happening. Give it up for Jefferson.
Never gonna see you again, Chris. Chris passed away by police. Why? Why kill my son? Why, Chris? Why, Chris? Why, Chris? Why, Chris? Oh my God! Ah, Chris!
I cried on the floor, absolutely. So I felt like a nightmare and I knew that my world was one word that remained at the forefront of my mind, one word that kept repeating, one word that I felt that I desperately needed the answer to. That word was why. We deserve the opportunity to the warmth to brave even the coldest storms. Chris's warmth has since left us, but we have all kept his warmth alive when we came together for it. I want to end this with a metaphor. There's a tree called the redwood tree, and they're extremely tall, growing up to 400 feet. Though their roots are unbelievably shallow at only 6 feet. However, these are one of the strongest trees in that they very, very rarely fall over. So one asks, how can such a tall tree be so strong even though they have very short roots? And the answer is this. The roots don't grow vertically, and that they don't go down, but they grow horizontally. They grow horizontally and connect to the roots of the other redwood trees around them. So the tree does not rely on its own strength, but on the strength of the countless trees that forms its complex root system. They killed Chris, not knowing that he was a tree that was connected, whether directly or indirectly, to the roots of the countless trees around him. Chris, my brother, he died not to expose the hate of this world, but instead to reveal the power of love, community and togetherness. And in that sense of togetherness, we shall, and I need everyone to listen to this clearly, we shall discover the truth. Make the MPS, Metropolitan Police Service, fully accountable and ensure that there is justice. For anyone who believes in equality before the law, that means homicide prosecution. Not years from now, but weeks from now. Thank you.
What beautiful words! What truly beautiful words! When they touch one, they touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. And we are here because we're all feeling this. Because this is a collective grief and trauma. Because this keeps happening to our people. Touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. I would now like to introduce another family member to share a little bit more about what this family is going through right now. I just want to share that this family is not alone. We are all here, standing in solidarity, in love, in community. And we will stand with you for justice. We will stand with you for justice. I know every single other family that has lost their loved one at the hands of the police are standing with you for justice. Too many. How many? Too many. How many? Too many. How many? Too many. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace.
If we don't get no justice,
If we don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
Guys, thank you. Thank all of you, every single one of you today. We couldn't have done this alone. This was organized in one day. This was all organized in one day. Please clap.
Come on.
All these people came together within 24 hours to organize this, so it shows we can come together. What my family are going through, what you lot are not seeing behind the scenes, behind closed doors, is the constant fainting, the no eating, the no sleeping. Even after the funeral, after everyone's got on with their lives, this still continues. The fight still continues. We need all of you to stay with us. Even after the funeral, it's not done. It's not done. It's not going to be done. Stay with us. I'd like to give a message to all the mandem that are here. I love you guys.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys. If you don't want to help the family, if you don't want to help the wider community, live. Live. Please, we need you. We need you. Look how many men are around here. Look how many men are protecting us. Look how many men are uplifting us. We can't do this alone. You lot want us to be just what? A nation of just black women? By ourselves. We can't just protect each other. We need you. We need all of you lot.
You ain't got nowhere.
Yeah? We need all of you lot. So all that street shit that's happening, yeah? Just remember, you lot are here, yeah? In protest against the real ops. You're not each other's ops. Someone lied to you lot. You're not each other's ops. Yeah? Because what's going to be done when this ops takes one of us out? What do we do? What do we do?
All the statements and everything.
How do we ride out without getting in jail? Without getting killed as well? Huh? How do we do that? As a community, we need to come together, strategize. Yeah? On some old bullshit. Yeah? Strategize. That's what we need. All of you guys, stay connected to the family. As I said, we need you. We can't do this alone. This was organised in 24 hours. You can't organise a march like this, a protest like this, in 24 hours without the community coming together. Yeah? You can't. Okay? No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Thank you.
Come on, Rashida!
To all the black kings here. To all the black kings here. They try to make you feel like you can't wear your crown really high. Let the Studio Queen tell you that we see you. As you come here and serve with the family, we stand in the intersection and tell our ancestors to protect you. We stand in the intersection and say that you know what? Your story will be told, and it will not be something that will bring tears to your family's eyes. We'll tell you that Chris is the legacy of change that brings unity between us, so we know who the enemy is. And we need to start using our voice. It is okay not to be okay, because this shit ain't normal. It's okay for us to talk about trauma, because this thing ain't normal. It's okay for my brothers, the kings I'm seeing cry, because this is not okay. Share your pain, speak about it, but let us not destroy each other in the process. Let's not go into our neighborhood and do things in that space. When the camera is off, when no one wants to say Chris' name, who's gonna say it? Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Remember, a child is about to be born, and yet that child has loads of moms and dads, right? Yes?
Yes.
That child has loads of moms and dads, right? Yes. And grandmas and aunties and uncles. Because we're gonna make sure our own never need to beg for nothing. We'll make sure our own never need to ask for nothing. And that child will never be fatherless, because we're gonna make sure we're there. So kings, are we gonna be there?
Yes.
Kings, are we gonna be there?
Yes.
Kings, are we gonna be there?
Yes.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Say his name.
Chris KABA.
Today we're gonna have peace. Don't worry about those who are trying to instigate. Don't worry, don't move. Do not move. Don't do it. Love them. Move back.
Guys, let's stay here. This is about Chris. I see people moving through the crowd. Let's stay here. This is about Chris. If you're for Chris, stand here. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? What do we want?
Treat the police with violence.
Black people don't have a history of violence against the police. The police have a history of inflicting that police. We are not a violent people, but we have to defend our own. I want to tell you something. Be proud of yourself for coming out. Be proud, because, you know, the country had a death recently. And a lot of institutions, white-led institutions, decided to call off all of their actions. They even cancelled strike action. They called off all of their things that they had going on because the Queen has died. A 96-year-old woman who died peacefully in her bed. And they call themselves anti-racist. But let me tell you something. We are the anti-racists right here. Why didn't they come here? They called us to action. They called us to action. Why didn't they come here and defend the family? When they come out after this, when they come out and they come back with that anti-racism nonsense, remind them who was here to defend Chris KABA and who was here to support the family. We are the anti-racists here. Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
We have to depend on ourselves to come out and defend the family, and it has
always been that way. 2 years ago we had an uprising and it was the same thing. It was the same thing. Black people had to depend on black people, and that's why we see the narrative being pushed on television. It was because of us. But I'm going to thank all of our allies that are standing here today. As a matter of fact, everybody, give them a round of applause. Give the allies a round of applause. These are the true allies. These are the true allies that came out here today. Don't forget. Now, we have to talk about the IOPC. Because some of us have got a long history with the IOPC. We have to talk about them. Because first they took no action, and now they've given us mealy-mouthed action. Because they put out a statement to say there's got to be an investigation into homicide, and then immediately they put out a statement and say that doesn't mean there's going to be a criminal charge. You understand what I'm saying to you? That doesn't mean there's going to be a criminal charge. We demand justice. If you demand justice, put your fist in the air. If you demand justice, put your fist in the air. Are we going to let the IOPC get away with not delivering justice? Are we going to allow them to allow this young man, 24, to be assassinated by the police? It was an assassination. Do you agree? Yeah. Do you agree? Yeah. It was an assassination. An unarmed man was murdered in his car. He had no arms. He was sat in his car. They boxed him in and they assassinated him. Do you agree? Yeah. Are we going to let the police get away with a murder? No. Say his name. Chris KABA. His name. Chris KABA. His name. Chris KABA. Let me tell you something. And I'm telling you, the fight is a hard fight. And it takes a long time. It's not going to be one protest that does it. And they're going to wait. The establishment is used to this. They see us doing a protest and they think, you know what, they're going to get tired soon. They're going to get tired and it's going to die down. You've got to commit. You've got to commit to demanding justice. Who's demanding justice? We're demanding justice. And when we come, if they call another protest, who's coming? We are. Who's coming? We are. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter. A lot of organisations pushed for this protest today, and it's been said on a lot of pages, and we must continue to support it. Next time, bring more family members, bring more friends, double this crowd, and we need to show our fake allies what actual anti-racism looks like. Solidarity! Thank you.
I have the pleasure, the honor, the privilege, standing up here, looking out, seeing all of your beautiful faces. Let me tell you why this fight is a long fight, and we've been fighting decades. So let's unite. It's not just South London, it's the whole of London. It's not just London, it's the whole of England, it's the whole of the UK, it's the whole of this Babylon system. But I think it's important to give respect where respect is due. Because Tottenham, they lost too many lives. Too many lives. And it's important that we recognise the same thing they did to Chris is the same thing they did to Mark Duggan. Hard stop. They've been supposed to stop using that tactic. From they killed Giselle Rodney, 2005. They're not supposed to TPAC anyone. There needs to be a review. That tactic needs to be stopped. Because the only thing that happens, people end up getting killed. If they listened after Mark, Chris would be alive. Chris would be alive. Give it up for Stafford and Rex.
First of all, I just want to send my condolences and utmost respect, love, manners, respect, power, spiritual blessings and love to the family, because it shouldn't be happening. It keeps happening and it shouldn't be happening. And the sad thing is, when it comes to this marching and Black Lives Matter and coming and standing up and speaking, I'm feeling like I'm getting too experienced. I don't want to be experienced in this. We don't want to be experienced in this. As a kid, I grew up watching my uncle and my dad wrestling, fighting, tangling, warring with the system for my whole life. And when the police came into my dad's house and tasered him down the stairs and tried to kill him, they missed. They didn't get through. And what hurts is that in any other professional establishment, you'll be held accountable. When you make a mistake, you hold your hands up. When you make a mistake, you'll be held accountable in any other professional institution, any other one, except this one. Why is our law above the law? Why is our law above the law? No justice,
no peace.
No justice,
no peace.
And to be totally honest, like, in this field, I'm a little man, and I'm just the opening act for my uncle today. So I just want to end by saying, I know we lost the Queen, but we lost the young King as well.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist police on our streets. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist police on our streets. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist police on our streets. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Take this. 666 is the mark of the beast.
You turn it around
And you get the police. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
So I've heard some people, this is just going to be a quick thing. You've heard people introduce me, my name's Stafford Scott. I come from a place called Tottenham. I've been campaigning these kind of campaigns following the murders in custody of black people in our community since 1985 when police murdered Cynthia Jarrett.
Yes.
Sometimes they get us to play their game, and now we're going to say we're not playing their game no more. This ain't no fight to prove unlawful killing or lawful killing as the system tries to get us to do. This is us proclaiming what we know to be true. They killed that young man. They killed that young man. They came to Tottenham and we've lost 5 people in Tottenham, and most recently you will know about the police killing of Mark Duggan. We had a Google this, it's called the Forensic Architecture Mark Duggan Model. When you look at that, this is us for the first time getting allies on our side who can help us to show you what happened in the dark. Can you notice when these police do what they do? Because they know what they're doing, right? Everybody they're killing now, they're killing them in car. They know to stop the car when there's no CCTV. They're doing it in plain sight, but they're hiding. So we got forensic architecture who look at what happened to Mark Duggan, and what they showed us is exactly the same as we're going to see with Chris. No matter what they did, they had no chance of surviving. Within seconds, they're executed by these gung-ho, racist police who have a strategy of oppressing black people. Make no mistake that what happened to Chris is part of the same process and policy of what we saw during the lockdown, when we saw how they came out and they were treating us in our communities. When we heard that when we're gone, that wicked witch of Babylon, Jessica Dick, when we heard her say we're policing violent localities. We're not a violent locality, we're a community that might happen to live in places where violence takes place because of the oppressive nature of this state and this system. So they create the problem so that they can police the problem. And this is not new. This goes back, listen, the system knows about it. Stuart Hall wrote about it. Right? Policing the crisis. You create the crisis, but then you need to police so you can build more prisons and put more black youth in the prisons. What happened here is clear. So they're going to tell you, and they're going to try and appease you, and they're going to say to you, we're going to carry out a homicide investigation now. But what you need to ask, and what the family needs to ask, is what does that actually mean? Because every investigation following police murder of one of our young people should be a homicide investigation. What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that some man who doesn't believe in God is going to take an oath to say he's going to tell the truth in front of God. And those who don't believe in God, they don't believe in God no more, because they found out, they said that God made people in their presence, and then they found out, they split the genome code, and they found out that black people are the first people on the planet, so they don't want to believe in God no more. Right? So what we need to know is, what does this mean? The IOPC do not have the capacity to investigate. That's one of the things we learned during Duggan. The judge said at the end of Duggan that the IOBC and the IPCC, their predecessors, act as if they have primacy at a crime scene. But they don't have primacy at the crime scene because they don't have the skills. They manage the police to police themselves. Or actually, they don't manage the police to police themselves. So what does a homicide investigation actually mean? Are they going to bring in another police force to investigate this police force under their management? Because we cannot have the Met investigating the Met. Because they have a policy that says we are somehow less than human beings and they're allowed to treat us as they're always treating us. So these are the questions that must be asked of them. We want to know, and I need the fellas to hear this, and the lawyers to hear this, we want to know that whatever force they bring in will be carrying out this investigation using the murder manual. Because the murder manual was created following the police failings in the murder of Stephen Lawrence. And the murder manual ensures that they carry out every process without any likelihood of institutional racism impacting on their policy and decision making. And the murder manual allows for scrutiny by the community, and that's what we want because we can't trust them people in a space on their own. But when I arrived, I heard the sisters say, this is a long journey. I've been campaigning for justice for people in black communities for over 40 years. Don't let them tell you, because you hear that they're having a homicide investigation, then you put down your guard and you believe that we've done the job. Because what no homicide investigation, no investigation is going to be able to overcome, and this is what we try to challenge using Duggan, no investigation can overcome their safety net. The reason they never lose when they go inside those courthouses is because they have a safety net that's called by an honestly held belief. We say an honestly held belief must be rational. So they get away with an honestly held belief, no matter how irrational that honestly held belief might be. I saw a doctor with a gun in his hand. Oh, he didn't have a gun, but I thought he did, so I shot him. And that's how they get out. In the case of Jermaine Baker, this is what they did, and this is what we need to do as a community. We can't just pick one case, it's all of them. Jermaine Baker just finished. Jermaine Baker was shot with his hands up. We know he had his hands up because the bullet went through his wrist, before it went into his chest. So what did the policeman come into court and say? He said, yo, I told him to put his hand on the dashboard. Whereas, and then they played the recording. And there was nobody, every police officer was screaming, hands up, hands up, hands up. And he put his hands up. And they still shot and killed him. He had no chance. And this is what the judge said. When he said to this police officer, I think it's a lawful killing. I believe that you had an honestly held belief. I have no reason not to believe it, even though you came into my court and you lied. So the system is created to support them. Don't stop coming. And as the sister said before, bring your friends, bring their friends, and bring their friends. When we come next time, let's black out this place. Let's black out this place. No justice, no justice, no peace.
Right now, we're reaching the end. Thank you so much. We're reaching the end now. Just a couple more things to say. The family would like to share their demands, just so there's no confusion when you leave here today and you understand what this family is asking for right now. The first demand was for it to be treated as a homicide investigation, and that one has been achieved. Secondly, the family needs to see that body cam footage. They also need every officer involved in Chris's murder immediately suspended. This should not be still working. This should not be still working now. And finally, they demand to know how long is this investigation going to take. We don't have years. We're not waiting years for this to be concluded. We want to know how Chris was killed. Chris was executed. We need answers. So please support this family in their demands. Number one, release the body cam footage. Number two, suspend every police officer involved. Number three, release a timeline of how long this investigation will take. Those three, because it's already a homicide in the building. Those three. It's my pleasure, it's my honor to introduce the brother that's going to also be supporting this family. Man like Stormzy, thank you.
What's going on, everyone? I don't even really like to, in these moments, like I was very hesitant to come up here because I know a lot of the time, even with my name and how the British media says, they try and turn these things into like some other thing and use my name in a way like, and try and make this about me. And it's nothing about me. It's about us. Right. It's about the family. It's about everyone grieving. Chris has a mother, he has a family, he has brothers, he has friends, people who knew him in real life, who for them this is unbearable. So the only reason why I'm up here is because I understand that, do you know what I mean, if you've been given any sort of voice or any sort of platform, you should use it, because I guess I know it helps, you know what I mean? So, someone said something before I got up here, and I just want to reiterate on that. Like, everyone here today, I just encourage everyone to have stamina. And I know it's probably, it's a very difficult thing to say, and it's not even nice, because no one should have the stamina to go on a journey like this, a stamina to get justice, or a stamina to go and get answers. But when these people do these things, they get away with it, because what happens is, we do this once, and we get tired, we tweet, and we get tired, we do it for a week, we do it for 2 weeks, we do it for a month, and they know we get tired, they know that. They know that this lasts once, we might come back one more time, but I just encourage everyone in whatever capacity, do whatever you can do to help, like whatever you can do, whether it's coming to this march, whether it's these amazing people here, whether it's supporting this family directly, do whatever you can, but also just have the stamina to keep going, because what they've done is they've killed someone. They've killed someone, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you can't like sugarcoat it and act like this. They've killed someone, that's murder. So I just encourage everyone who's here today, just have the stamina to keep down on this journey, because the family needs you. There's people in real life, as much as we feel the pain, we don't feel nothing like what these people here are feeling. So let's just help them, let's be there for them. It could have been your brother, it could have been your uncle, it could have been your nephew, it could have been someone close to you, you know what I mean? So I just encourage everyone, we're here together, we love each other, we're people, let's all do our part. Yeah, God bless.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
So, for those who are not here, I want you to make sure you turn up next time. For those who are influencers, I want you to ask yourself, who are you influencing? For those who will bought your tickets to your event, to me, that's an influencer. That's an activist. We need to turn up and use our voice and influence change. If you're not here to stand for our community, what are you doing? If you are not here to build the change we need to see in society, what are you doing? We need to make sure that we act on the inequalities as soon as we see it. We listen to the voice of those who are being oppressed. We learn and unlearn our own unconscious bias, and we yield our privilege. We are privileged in different ways. I've seen certain people who are high profile check their privilege today and come and use that to create a movement for this family. So I repeat, if you're an influencer, who are you influencing? Because KABA's family needs you not to be silent. Because guess what? Your silence is consent. Your silence is consent. Your silence is consent. I've seen more people tweet about Lizzie and less people tweet about KABA. No offense. I know they're going to twist what I'm about to say, but I don't give a. But that being said, I'm being child friendly here, so I'm going to say it. Your silence, if you say it doesn't affect me today, when it's your turn, I pray it will never be your turn. Because don't worry, we know who is for us. So who can be a against us. I know who our identity is, so we're going to make sure we do that. So when I say kings, queens, I need us to stay united. I need us to support the family. I need us to lift the voice of those in our families. This thing hurts, but let's make sure your hurt doesn't stop you from acting. This thing caused fear, but let me tell you, fear is just false evidence appearing real. I will repeat it again. Fear is false evidence appearing real. We don't move in fear, we move in love. So with that, I want us to make sure we stand tall, put your crown on, wipe those tears, and let's get on the streets and make sure everybody hears the message. Thank you so much. Stop killing the man then! 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 Stop killing the man then!
He's got coconut, innit? Yeah, I brought everyone a water, innit? But, huh? Nah, Solomon's there.
Like this, and this is what happens all the time. Guys, we can take this more, keep going more. Yeah. And I'm paying eyes, so you've got long, my brother. Let's count, let's take a picture.
Yeah.
There's some bad blood, I think there's feds have infiltrated or something. Phoebe. I saw something, you know, Paige. You alright? That's me, I don't like that. I know what I just did.
No, I seen something though, Joe. I saw my man put you up as his artist. What's that? What, him? Yeah. He just
one.
He's got gas on side. You can't see it, and I thought, he's seeing something different. Yeah. Do your thing, but you got respect.
Come on, bro. Come on, we're out here, bro. But I was trying to speak because man's from the, like, they ain't trying to put this guy on the road. Someone needs to speak on that, like, but it doesn't matter, bro. Like, we don't want to hear it. Man come up in hard situations, you get me? Man live hard lives, you get me? You live till 92, and everyone want, yeah, we live hard lives where man's really got a joke, where man's really got to defend manself. Every day. You get me? Every day. So after that, now the people that are meant to protect and serve man come and murder man, and then now you're using the way you put us to live the situation as a justification. Yeah, man, you speak from the road. Like,
our job is done.
Like, just because.
So we're out here, so. Yeah, of course, we're linked up, boy. One link. We're here when it's time though, innit? We're here when it's time though. So that's the main focus still.
That's how we start.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, I know how you bring the police move. Because when they're on the block, I get the phone call. I ride out on this thing, pull up, they put the guns in the car, so we know they know that they're not doing stuff that they're meant to do. Because if they was meant to be doing that, they'd have the guns out when I come in my camera, innit? They'd hold them out. So man, we need to speak on this because we're actually coming from the community. I didn't see one man that knows what it's like living in Brixton with the fence, talking. They don't know what it's like, blood. Them man move like because they send out the PR feds, that come and shake your hand and talk to you. But them man move like road feds, man. You know what I mean? So speak on this, blood. They got their mentality, blood. And it doesn't even matter the age.
How many times have man had an MP5 in my face?
Come on, bro. On a man's innocent, man ain't done nothing. No,
when they do the lethal shot, you know.
The guy, the man are just, one day they just wake up and think, but what we got to show them is blood. If they, like what I was saying, man, they were saying about writing, that's one thing. But we can write for 2 days and then after that they'll pull back up when we write. If they see 50 man invest, trained up out of this thing, that's gonna burn them more than anything. If they see all the gang members that are posted wanted it. Say, you know what, man, them. Let's create something better for our youth, so none of the youth below us get into this thing. Like, we know we can't stop certain things in our generation, but we can control them youths there, blood. We can tell them, no, we're not even having it. You man, if the feds see the man them even pushing this sort of message, that's much more dangerous to them. You get honourable Chris KABA's his legacy. Like, yeah, KABA's the one that made the good tonight. Yeah, he made good tonight. Because when we was out there the other day, like, there was man from Grove. I was out there in Brixton. And on the first day, you get me? There was about 30, 40 of us, but there was man from Grove. There was man from Brixton. One of his brethren, still, Panda. One guy called Panda. You get me? He was down there. There was a guy from Tottenham. You get me? Man from Hackney. So it was like north, east, south, and west. The man that was ready to. They wanted to lick me. No, they didn't want to riot. They said, yo, we should lick down one of them now. And then so it's like, man was talking about with us, you know what I'm saying? Just know that us, we see this best blood, we got the man them 100. Yeah, close body protection for the family. Yeah, come on, brother, we're not giving up, man. Yeah, things like this control. You know what I'm saying, brother? And protect our children, because all man care about is making these feds know they can't do it to our next one. Not our grandson, not our great-grandson, not our great-great-grandson. That's what we got to do. That's justice. It's what stops a man from doing what he's done before. Yeah.
Not a vibe.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yeah. It's hard, yeah. Man's going to be here on the next one, man. Yeah. You see?
You don't have to bang me on this. This is what man wanted first. This ain't the last song. This ain't the last song. This is things coming out. Next one. Just like you said, bro. Nothing we can do to bring my own son back. Yeah. But it's stopping the next one.
And the legacy. I'm making sure his name is stamped in as the legacy, as the youth. His name. Yeah. But this is the one we can use as a stamp to say, yo, a lot of the stuff that we're doing to destroy each other, and a lot of the ways that they're destroying us, Chris KABA's the stamp. When they remember that name, they remember the team that put the stamp in them, blood. You get me? They'll remember that 100%, bro.
I'm gonna get your number.
Yeah. She knows she keep in touch. Yeah, come on, bro, love. Yeah, come on, yeah. Come on, brother. On the street.
We're with it.
Yeah, we're with it, brother.
We're with it.
Yeah.
Scully's my boy.
Okay, yeah. Alright, say that. Say I with the back, yeah?
Yeah, man.
You have to be from my ends. You have to be from my hood.
Mad respect for you.
I love, brother. Come on, man. I love. Yo, listen. Yo, you man. When I take a picture in due time, with the shirts and yo. Scattered, go on, brother. Go on, there, man. Yeah. Rascal, bro. No, you man, let's take a picture, innit? Hey, yo.
No, 100.
It's just the same thing.
Yo, forever family, Eaziherbs, we're out here supporting, you know.
Silly boy, that was me. So if you move back a bit. So let's do that again. Let's do a proper introduction. So good afternoon, sir. Can I thank you very much for giving Street Light this opportunity. The first time I met you guys was during BLM down in Brixton, and I will never forget, because the next day Nigel Farage wrote in the newspaper and said on his chat show that you guys look like a paramilitary force. That group, then I'm going to ask you specifically about Sasa Johnson, because I know Sasa Johnson. It's also
that's right. Well, as far as Sasha Johnson goes, she's a friend of so to speak. She's not specifically within the group.
Oh.
So Fred, what was it? So what's the last thoughts? What's your last thoughts about today though? How did it, you know? Speak to the Eaziherbs.
Oh man, this is my last thoughts of the day, you know.
The food, you know.
Yeah, this is a quinoa sip, bro.
What was that? The Oracle, innit? The Oracle juice bar.
Man. Brixton Village, man.
Yeah, you heard.
6th Ave.
Yeah, man.
I'm just happy that we could all come together, man. You know what I'm saying?
And we did, and we came out to support.
Yeah.
And our duties were to take care of the family.
And that's what we did.
You know. So, and that's what it is, man. The fight goes on. It's a never-ending fight.
Never ending
fight. So we like, you know.
That's the scariest thing, you know.
What? It's never.
Yeah. Scary.
Generational.
I'm hearing that still.
That's scary.
Generational.
Bro.
Yeah.
And the only way that we can advance our children ready for it is teaching. And history is one. That's why history is one of the one powerful tools.
I need that number plate. It's my name.
Huh?
I need that number plate. It's my name.
Yeah.
You saying, boy?
Yeah, but you don't want to.
Yeah.
But we're here. We're out here. You want to speak on the wise word from General R.I.B.
You know it goes.
I'm tired of
General,
bro.
Boy, we've been on our toes marching. You want to speak your wisdom of words about how today won?
Today was amazing. Obviously, we stand united in grief, if not in culture. But you know, sometimes we get scattered everywhere in culture and stuff like that. We feel like we identify as some Caribbean, some African, some, you know what I mean? If we can't get together as a culture, then we come together as for the grief of our brother, our king. It was a special day for me, especially because that's a Congolese brother. So that hit home hard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw my culture alive and well. I saw a lot of people that hid their faces, that I was grateful to see them, because I know that the impact is going to be huge. The cries of mothers can't be the soundtrack to our existence here in the West. It can't be. We didn't come here to hear mothers crying, and that can't be the only soundtrack that we identify with our struggle here or our existence here. So it's important that we take note of what happened today or what happened a couple of days ago, and let today be the first day of that first walk to freedom, and to liberty, and for us to just be able to live as free men and women, man. Be able to just love and be, man. You
That's
know
what
I mean?
it is, man. You know, because you see plenty of youth that was out, you know, and then it was just peace. It was peace, man.
It was peaceful.
It's peace. How many different sets, every different gang member that came, they all come down, and it was just peaceful, man. We can do it. We can do it. So it ain't like it can't be done.
We will do it. We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to keep coming out to these rallies and these protests, crying out for the feds to do something. Listen, the most important thing that people need to recognize is that they can't fix it, we can. We're the only people that can fix this. You know what I mean?
Solution, bro.
Stop pointing the finger at them. You know, we have to hold them accountable. That's what we have to do. But then when we do that, afterwards, we need to fix our community. It's our responsibility to do that. As long as we know and make sure that we do that and take responsibility.
And these are the front line, you know, front line that's out here. One phone call, I got the call late night,
Yeah,
and I'm a man there. So, you know, it takes soldiers like, as you can see, that's out there to be making a change, you know. We ain't doing all that woofing, talking back and forth and not. But then again, it ain't over, because we have to follow up and make sure that all of this, that's the thing. It's not a sleeping thing, you know. It's a good day. It's an everyday thing. It's a battle. So, and that's what it is, man. That's the words of wisdom, you know. Forever family.
Forever family.
We stay strong in solidarity. We ride out when it's needed, and we need to just keep on implementing these actions, you know. But yeah, definitely, we'll get back to you on that one, though.